So doing this straight knee lock, I usually get it from half guard. I can do it from across side, I can do it from mounts, many situations. Usually from the top and half guard, it's a very dangerous move for your opponent. But it's something that by doing it over and over, you can get very good at. And people can talk about how, oh, if you miss a knee lock, you give position. That's the way it is for a lot of submissions. But once you get it down, it's very tricky to your opponent. It's very tricky to the guy you're training with. Okay? So this is, I'll show the first method, how I get it from the half guard. This is how I beat the great legend of the sport, Salo Ribeiro. I got him, we didn't have a kimono on. I had a half guard. And we're the last 2 minutes of the match in Abu Dhabi, 2003 in Brazil. And I'll show the setup action for this, is that basically, for the knee lock, I actually want him on his side. Now it's available to fill the space. If he's on his back completely, it's actually harder to get the knee lock. Easier to mount, okay? But what I'm doing now with Salo, because he's not an idiot, he knows not to fall for a basic kimura. So I'm pushing it out for the kimura. As he pushed back, I release, and then my leg goes over for the knee lock, okay? So actually, him not allowing me to push him on his back to move for the kimura, that setup action, the defense for the kimura is the opposite of the defense for the knee lock in this configuration of the legs, okay? If he was to allow me to go for a kimura here and stand on his back, I would win by kimura, but he's not dumb, he's really smart. So I'm pushing for this, and I went over, simple. One detail, you don't want to let your leg stay right here, he'll grab a toe hold, which is high level, and you know what? Even if you don't tap, you cannot finish a leg lock. Your muscles cannot align correctly to put power into this. And plus, you could break my foot, okay? Or your ankle, whatever's gonna go first, right? Toe hold, it's a good count. So, yeah, the way it is I'm pushing this down, and I let it go, and my feet cross, here, step cross, and I got it, exactly just like that. All right, simple, and it works. The way you can practice this, simple, is my legs are gonna spin. You pivot off your knee. And try not to kick your opponent in the head or your partner in the head when you do this, but you pass over. Over, fit, fall, straight, and you got it. That's it. Okay? It is true, if he's sitting on his back, it's hard to do. Watch this. He doesn't really fit perfectly because he's on his back. Yeah, exactly. If someone's on their back, I'll pass the guard, I'll smash them, I'll look for kimuras, I'll look for ways to get collar chokes, all kinds of things, okay? When someone's good, they're on their side, now the space is available now to fill with my leg. And the setup action for this was to push for this down as I release, over, grab, got him. Same. Simple, but very effective. If this was to not work, of course, you give your opponent a chance maybe to get some position on you, but that's like anything. If I'm mounted on my opponent and I go for an arm lock and I miss it, you know, maybe I gave some position to my opponent. It doesn't mean that it's not an effective technique. It means that, you know, he escaped my arm lock. That's all it is. Once you get good at these techniques, they're just a competitive advantage to have, nothing else.